Pan man, how you doing? Alright, this is our first attempt at a gardening stream in the new house. What we're looking for is these thistly bastards right now.
But now they've emerged.
Yeah.
Look at these.
Oh, look at these nasty ass thistles. They're prickly, you don't want to step on them. So we gotta move some thistles, then we gotta build some planter boxes, but we're not gonna build them today, we'll just prep the area for them. So, how do we do this? That's a cat over there. I don't know. I have no idea where to place this. Ooh, gloves. Gloves. These nasty bastards. Really got to get the thistles by the roots so they don't come back. Everything else in the yard seems to be dying, but the thistles so many of them.
At least the ones coming back is kind of like a manageable amount.
Right?
You can find them, you can uproot them. It's not like a vast swath. It's like individual.
And the ground that they're coming back in is like that really soft soil that's easy to pull from. So that's nice.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
There's a whole bunch of really nice soil over here. I'll have to steal it for our planter boxes. Oof, that's a big root. like to put this in the shade somewhere so it's not in direct sunlight. Hello, Mr. Cat. We decide to join us. Okay. Ooh, almost in the shade. Do not leave your electronics sitting in the direct sunlight. Also, Paulo said hi. Nick. Paulo, Nick, met him at Ryan's barbecue. His wife was the lawyer.
Ah.
Hello. Look, there's one of these little white blossoms still. One of them managed to survive the lawnmower apocalypse and is still blooming.
Wow. It has been quite charming to be waking up to the chicken sounds recently.
Ooh, yeah. At least there's no rooster like over at Juvenon. There's no like 5 a.m.
Not really wanting the rooster, but the clucking is quite cute at like 9.
Love the hens, hate the roosters. are so annoying, other cars are protesting. Oh no, the cat knocked over the GoPro. How long have you been on the ground? Oh, what, you think just because you're rolling around on the grass that you're a good cat? What is this behavior, huh? Oh, monster. Oh, he's stuck. He does this all the time. He gets caught on everything. Yeah. What's he got? What's he got? Last night I found him with a field mouse. He was playing cat and mouse with it, quite literally. I did manage to get the mouse away. In, but oh, this is the nasty thistle patch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh man, look at them all. They're fucking everywhere. Thistles for as far as the eye can see. We don't go over here. It's too hard on the feet. There's a big pile of dead thistles. And our neighbors have chickens, so we're gonna go creep on them a little bit, if we can. There's the coop. Chickens are hard to spot. And if you're wondering what that orange wire is, that's our cable, our like coaxial cable that runs to the house. I don't know why they didn't string it up like a normal person, but it just runs from the power line. It used to run along the floor underneath all the weeds. So I moved it up onto the fence so that we wouldn't hit it with a lawnmower. Great wiring job, whoever did this. Wonderful. This area over here is our theorized first planter box zone. It's covered in thistles and trash. We want to build some planter boxes, so we're gonna have to move the potting soil, build the planter box in the same spot, and then move the potting soil back in, because we want the potting soil up top, not down low. I think I need a big shovel over here for this guy. Let's see if we can bring some shade over. There we go. Nasty roots. Look at that. Look at that. Soil over here is so loose and airy, you can almost pull these up without having to dig them at all. Look at this great potting soil. I guess someone tried to make a planter bed out here once. Put some soil on the ground. I don't know if they ever got anything in the soil, but now it's sort of a weed haven. We'll just have to turn it into something useful and productive before the end times arrive. More trash. Ooh, oh my God, look at this one. Holy shit. Look how big that root is. I didn't even get it all the way down. I don't know if the video is coming particularly through in this setting. I should probably head inside to check on the stream health shortly, make sure that things are actually functioning. Okay, where's the cat? We're gonna play Where's the Cat? One of our favorite games. There's the cat. I'm gonna go check on the stream health. What's wrong, buddy? Huh?
Wow, Neal, the soil over here is also really soft.
Yeah, I think there's a whole bunch of planting soil that's over there.
I mean, this is like a mound too, so we can definitely level it out when we want to fill planter boxes.
Mm-hmm. So that's why we need a wheelbarrow. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys over here with a big angle view of the yard rather than the close up, at least for now. If I can figure out how to turn this umbrella. So the GoPro is mostly shaded. There we go.
Look at this nice cloud cover we got.
Uh-huh. No, but back here, this is the area that we had worked so hard to fix.
Yes, we did this, and I did over here, and then I just went back over all of it, and I think I pretty much got all the ones that had been sprouted. So now I'm in the territory that never got weeded.
Right.
This is the territory that got mowed.
Uh-huh.
And then that area.
Yep, keep at it. cat is not smart enough to untangle himself. In fact, I'm gonna have to adjust the length of this wire. I guess they like the rain. I'm gonna leave you guys with the cat cam for a little while until he attacks the camera and breaks it again. Look at this cat. Look at what he's doing. This is ridiculous. This is not how you walk. Yes, yes. Luckily, he's not like a... Yeah. He's not a runaway cat. Like, he's not trying to flee. He's not trying to, like, escape to some other house or some other ground. He just likes to chill. Much of this yard was a huge mess when we moved in, and still is. Do you see that? Do you see this? Do you see this nonsense? When I was trying to harness him. And look at this. Look at this beast. You see how unhappy he is? But the harness is only halfway on. Here it is. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We got it. We got it. No, no, no. Stop eating me. Ow. Ow. Okay. And inside the cat goes. He'll come back out in a moment. I'm going to leave Cam here for a little while. But I think the cat... Maybe. Can we get a yard in? I think so. And there he goes. Shit was there. Here we go. This is his favorite side of the house. This jungle back here is where he loves to be. I will leave it up to you guys. Do you want gardening or cat cams? And I think I know the answer. He's trying to escape. Look at this. Trying to make his way through the fence. Can we have Pan does the gardening? No, he does not work. The cat provides no useful labor other than killing some insects that get into the house from time to time. I tried strapping the GoPro to the cat. I tied it to the front of his harness, and I went inside to check the camera. This was while I was setting everything up days ago. And by the time I got inside, the camera was already on the ground. And when I came out, the back glass of the camera had been broken. I don't know exactly what he did. I think he just like pawed it off of his collar. Oh, we gotta fix that. But he must have had it hit the ground in just the right way to hit something and break the glass. So no more cat cams. GoPros are supposed to be sturdy, but not sturdy enough for this cat. You're caught. Nope. We're just gonna do a big yard view while we work. Later, we're gonna do some laying out of where planter boxes ought to be. Lost my trowel, dear.
What?
I've lost my trowel. Oh, there it is.
there's like the patches of the old ones, and sometimes there's new ones coming out. But there's also a bunch of patches of old ones that are just dead old ones, and they come out really easily, and the roots are like noticeably degraded.
That's great.
Whereas like normally if you pull them out, you can see that the root is still quite strong, even if the top is kind of dead. There's definitely a bunch over there where the root like looks like it's been kind of decomposing for a minute. It's kind of more fibrous, and it's not like one strong thing.
I've got the opposite over here where there's a bunch of really old, well-developed root systems with like sort of crappy tops, and God, it's so tangled. And so these like ancient, huge, thick root systems with little tiny things on top. It makes it pretty easy to pull because they're so fucking strong.
Yeah, I mean, I find a lot of those too, and that's why I'm surprised that in that corner there's actually a lot of legit dead ones.
Huh.
And I'm trying to still pull them up just so they don't re-sprout, but and there's a lot of live ones too, but.
Yeah. Maybe stronger gloves. I keep getting poked through my gloves.
There's other pairs in there. I don't know if you can make a difference.
Those are terrible stats. Those are really shitty stats I just rolled. What, Pan? What is it, huh? Oh, it's a bug. Hello. All right, let's.
Kind of more like crappy. Some patches that have died.
Ooh, look at this one. Look how big this guy is.
Oh God. I'm making my way there.
He was in the tree for a moment. For just a brief moment.
He needs to be untangled.
Is he caught? Nah. It's not too bad. Ugh. This line was just part of the house when we moved in. The whole Chair is appropriate. Well done. Okay, good. So I don't know what our streaming issues are, is what I was trying to say when the stream had another fault. I think I need to get a Wi-Fi extender so we can get better coverage of the backyard area. The cat is still over there. And he's getting stuck on the tree again. He is not the sharpest kitty in the shed. Are you suffering? Oh my God. Come back. Wait, no. Hold on, just be patient. There we go. Okay, now it's ours. All right, I'm gonna grab my gloves and we'll get back to troweling. All the trash that we keep finding in the yard. So if you have a backyard, don't throw your trash in it because it'll just fucking sit there for decades until someone hand picks it out. Be that person. Little pointy things in my gloves. I'm really disappointed with these gloves. Thought I was getting nice ones. Turns out they're shit. Now look at these. Look at this forest of thistles. They're monstrous. You know, they're the size of my trowel. They have these deep, thick roots. Luckily, the soil here is really good for pulling things out. What is this? Probably nothing. Probably just a stick. Okay. Ow. Ooh, roots. Stable. Oh, this is a big one. Where's my shovel? Where's my trowel? Ooh. Maybe I should have put on real shoes for this job. Whining. He gets such a life of luxury, being able to walk wherever he wants and do whatever he wants. He whines and complains like some sort of victim. Don't drink that, that's gross rainwater. There he goes. Lauren, do you want to talk planter box locations? Or are you good?
Like 30 seconds. I'm getting really tired of thistling, but I want to like finish this immediate round of.
I think this zone back here where the concrete ends, I want to put our first plant. What the fuck is this? Look, more. Crap. That's what that is. So, end of the path. Planter box over here somewhere. I think we're gonna go horizontal, but we'll see what the plan is once we get Lauren over here. Because I too am getting tired of thistling. Here's our fire pit that also came with the house. It's literally just a pit in the ground with some cinder blocks, but it's nice, it works, functions. There's like random lumber that was in the backyard that we've uncovered. We brought those. Big. Who knows what's back here? Sorts of stuff, more trash. Clearly. Oh, it's good. And that coaxial cable is down here somewhere. Let's see, it just sort of runs through this. And why is there a satellite dish attached to the sauna? I don't know. I don't know. Do we get satellite TV inside the sauna? I have no idea. Here's the trash pile. Hello, Mr. Cat. I think he hates the GoPro because that one time I attached it to him and he broke it. I think he doesn't like being around it. See, he starts meowing whenever it shows up. I'm just gonna chill in the shade until Lauren's done. Ooh, and I have my phone so I can even look at Twitch chat. The gnome-sized door leads to the under the house. Which is just the entire house floor plan, but like, you know, underground storage. It's about head height on the back side, and I don't know, 5 feet right here, so not quite head height. That's where we put our long-term storage and gardening tools. And the cat loves to go under there. Yep. No patience for the camera. Yeah, we're pretty happy with this place. Oh, he's caught again. Oh, it's just barely caught. Oh, it would take a moment of effort to uncatch him, but he's got some learned helplessness going on.
Thistles are the fucking worst.
They are the worst, but that's a huge ass pile of thistles over there.
Huge ass pile. I'm tired.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
It's actually kind of fun, but I'm very tired.
Okay. Well, the next stage is just talking. So.
Okay, I want some water first. Hang on.
Yeah. No.
Did you figure out how to do this?
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out how to do that.
This button. It's right here. You just push the button in, and then it bends.
Yeah, but I'm kind of short, and I didn't want to
No.
fuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
And in the cat goes. Who knows what he needs? If you strap Pan to a blimp so he flies around, he'll get stuck less often. Yes, but then he'll just be stuck in the air.
Move your butt.
Arr. Can I steal some of that water?
What? I think you should get your own. I'm serious. I'm gonna need a lot of water. So.
All right. Well, I'm leaving you with the GoPro then.
Okay. Whew. I'm tired.
Yeah. It's a lot of work to pull thistles.
Oh my gosh, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody wants a workout, they can come pull thistles at our place. Free gym membership.
Mm-hmm.
Free thistle pulling, full body exercise classes. Community cardio.
It is about 81 degrees out, so it's not too terribly hot.
Oh, it's nice today. It's Plus, I've noticed just as we shift seasons, we have a lot more shade in the yard.
Yeah.
You know, because what time is it right now?
2:45.
Yeah, so basically almost 3 o'clock, and half the yard is in the shade. And I remember last time we were pulling thistles, it was about 5 o'clock, and we were in the sun over there. And we stopped because we had reached our shift in our lighting and our shade.
Yeah, well, we are approaching
So-
the equinox.
Yes.
The days are getting shorter.
But the days are also getting more optimal for gardening because then we get more shade and
Yeah.
we get cooler air
Yeah.
and
I'm glad we didn't try to undertake this project in July.
the weeding and the raking and the cleanup, and you get it ready for next year.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, no, the weather's nice for this.
Mm-hmm.
It would be an sorry.
He sees something. He's going really slowly because he sees something. I don't know what he sees, but he's being very careful. Look how careful he's being. We're gonna sneak up on him so we don't disturb him or his prey. I don't see anything. There's nothing here.
Probably just bugs.
All right, I'm giving up on that. See that giant metal beam I found in the grass?
Yeah.
Yep. Always new stuff to pull out of the yard. Look at the berries that are being produced out of the roof of the sauna.
Yeah, aren't those cool?
Yeah, I don't know what they are. And they seem to just be growing like out of the roofy stuff up here somewhere. I don't know where the actual roots are. Roots might be like up in here. Oh no. Look at this. They just like go up in that direction. Cat. Anyway. Planter box time?
Okay, I have a couple comments.
Yeah. Get your commentary.
Well, so speaking of the by far what gets the most sun.
Yes, but it's also the furthest place from the
It's
hose.
also like the least convenient place. But I'm wondering, okay. And I was thinking about this last time that we were talking to Zebra.
Mm-hmm.
We could put some structured planter boxes kind of at the end of our sidewalk here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We can also plant stuff that's not in planter boxes.
Yes.
So, like, if stuff that's maybe, like, a little bit more delicate or needs more tending, like, if we want to do, like, proper, like, I don't know, vegetables or something, we can do maybe, like, the planter boxes.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, if we want to do, like, corn and, like, pumpkins and stuff like that, we could stick those over on the far right and they'd get a ton of sun and we could just put them in the ground And I feel like that's stuff that would probably lend itself to being less contained.
I like the squashes and pumpkins back there because they like to spread and sprawl, and they don't do
Yeah.
well in planter boxes because of their sprawl. So like,
Yeah, they love like space, and I feel like, I mean, corn doesn't like sprawl, but it seems like a similar type of thing where you could just sort of like have it back there and it could be tall and wild. And
sure, I could put corn not in a planter box or in a planter box. I'm cool with either way. But the planter boxes would be needed for like, you know, rows of lettuce and rows of like
exactly,
basil.
yeah. If we're doing like lettuce, if we're doing herbs, I don't even really know what all we want to grow, but we definitely want the planter boxes will be good for stuff that needs to be more contained and more like tended. Because also like with stuff like lettuce and stuff, like you don't want a ton of like weeds and crap growing up around your lettuce patch.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like pumpkins, I feel like pumpkins almost are kind of weed-like in the fact, in the way that they'll like like the most dominant thing in that area. Like they kind of behave like thistles do. They're just better. You know, but it's like pumpkin seeds will fucking just sprout and go and actually don't really need a lot of attention. They just need like a lot of sun and water. So, you know, we could do like a whole pumpkin patch back there or whatever. I also think that's a good area just to like spread a bunch of wildflower seeds and stuff. I do want to, I'm thinking about kind of edging the yard with just like a ton of seeds.
Yeah.
And just have a bunch of like wildflowers spring up in the, you know, in spring. So that's my commentary. So I'm thinking like, you know, planter boxes.
Planter boxes here at the end, then sort of like wildflowers just along the entire back row, and then like pumpkins and maybe corn or things that are a little bit more sprawly out there. Any sort of squashes, maybe some strawberries that kind of
like some of the smaller squashes you might want. Strawberries would be cool in a planter box.
They do, but don't they also sprawl and like get runners that run on to the next, like they kind of, what do you call them? They got the vines that go out and then reseed themselves and then, or like replant themselves.
There's also this whole patch to the front, and that part of the yard gets the most shade, and so I don't know what kind of stuff likes a lot of shade, but we could also put a big planter box in that corner for things that are more shade loving.
Yeah.
Because that gets enough sun that things would definitely grow, but it's filtered and it's mostly shady. As long as nobody cuts down that cottonwood tree.
Yeah. So what we're going to plant is going to be our winter project. You know, we'll come up with our calendars then.
Yeah, I'm aware that we don't know what our crops are going to be. I'm just trying to think like, yeah, where we want the planter boxes is what it comes down to. And to a certain extent, like that will affect what we plant there, you know.
Okay. I have another approach or commentary that I'd like to get out there.
Yeah.
At the back of this row, if we put like a planter box going perpendicular to the pathway, the back side of that planter box is a little awkward to get to. So I think that should not be a super deep planter box. Whereas if we put something along the side of the path here, you could have it be fairly deep because you could access either side fairly easily. I know you can get to the back side of a box way back there, but it's just, you know, it's a trek around. So if we want to put a box back there, I think it should be a narrow enough box that you can reach the far side from basically the path side of the box. And then if we want to put other boxes like on either side of the walkway, we can do a little bit thicker, deeper boxes.
I don't really agree with that.
Okay.
I don't agree that it's going to be hard to get to the back of the box. We just might have to do a little bit of clearing of shrubberies back there. But also, I don't know that I want planter boxes running up and down this aisle. I kind of like having some open space so that when we have people over, there's like grass to sit on and places to put like chairs and stuff. Like, I don't think I want planter boxes like right up close in this area. I think it's nice to have some space to like spread out or play some yard games or like just put down a blanket. Like,
okay.
You know, I definitely like having the space between here and the hammock nice and clear. But I mean, a lot of this kind of front, like from the sauna to the hammock, this kind of front area, you know, I think it would be nice to leave it kind of open and maintain some sort of just grassy open area for us to hang out in.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. I wouldn't want to cover the entire yard with planter boxes. We're not trying to recreate an urban farm.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if we're gonna, I want to push the planter boxes more towards the back is what I'm saying.
What about this spot, sort of like right here, like right next to where we sit? Like, what if we did a, I don't want to do curved planter boxes. Never mind. I don't like it'd be cool to have like a box that kind of encloses the patio, but I don't want to deal with a curved box. That's too much work.
Well, and think about when we had people over. It's like you got the barbecue going, you maybe put like a table up over here, like people were out on the grass. I don't want to obstruct like this immediate open area.
Okay.
I think it's going to be.
So are we just talking?
Maybe over time we could think about like edging this with something, or. But if we're talking about like big planter boxes for growing stuff, like I want to kind of push it out further because we have the space. It doesn't need to be right on top of us. And there's going to be more sun and stuff out there anyway.
Okay. If memory serves, lumber usually comes in 8-foot long sections. So a planter box that's like 8 by 4 would be mathematically easy to build. We wouldn't have like weird end pieces or have to like hobble crap together.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
So I think
you're gonna tangle the cat. Just.
So one 8 by 4 planter box at the end of the patio is what we're talking right now.
At the end, you mean at the end of the sidewalk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I know that you raised this question before, and I answered, but now I don't know if I am confident in my answer. You had raised the question of, do we make the planter box oriented in relation to the sidewalk or oriented in relation to the back fence?
Right, because the sidewalk and the back fence are not perpendicular.
And at first, I said sidewalk, but now I'm second. Oh, look. Oh, he just pounced. You missed a really good, like, wind up to the pounce. It was really good.
Now you think it should be perpendicular to the fence?
I don't know. I could be swayed. What do you think?
Let's go take a look. So if we put the planter box like right here, like right at the edge of the sidewalk, I think it should be perpendicular to the sidewalk. But if we push it back a little bit, so it's over here.
Started it like right here.
I mean, 4 feet comes out to about here-ish, I think.
Wow, look at all this great soil.
I know. I think this is about 4 feet. We could do 2 planter boxes with a little walkway between them.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I was thinking. Like, I feel like we've been ignoring this back area just because it's filled with like weeds and stumps and crap. But like,
this could be the planter box area. We could just
we could put the planter boxes. We could clear out all these weeds. I wouldn't put it right up against the fence.
No, I'd give it like 2 or 3 feet of space.
Yeah,
maybe 5 feet.
I think you still want to be able to walk along the fence line, especially since the fence needs like repairs.
Yeah, but I think if we let it come out to about here-ish, like right about here, that's about 5, maybe 6 feet of space. And then we could do a planter box over.
I mean, I don't know. What do you think? think? Like, do we want to leave this area a little bit more wild?
Well, I like the bushes that aren't the weeds
I like
back
the
here.
bushes. Well, and maybe this is just where we dump a bunch of like wildflowers or corn or something, you know?
Oh, he's stuck.
He's fine.
He's suffering.
Look at him. He's.
I don't know how well the cat's showing up on stream, but he's amazing in person. Yeah, because if we're doing like, I like these bushes. There's this awkward stump right here. You know, I wouldn't want to put a planter box over the stump. So maybe, you know, use the stump as sort of the back end and then let this be, you know, we'll turn this soil and get rid of these weeds and shit.
Well, I mean, if you look at the stump and if you look at where the potting soil actually ends, it's kind of like what someone else had done before.
Yeah.
So I wonder, like, if we actually do parallel to the fence and we call this the back line of the planter box, and we could do 8 by, what'd you say, 4?
8 by 4.
Yeah, we could do 2 8x4s.
I think so.
And have them be parallel to the back of the fence.
Does that mean, so this is what I was talking about awkwardness, is if we have 2 8x4s right here, then to get to the second one you kind of have to walk all the way around the first one. Should we do like a 4x4, a 4x4 with like a gap in between and then an 8x4 behind them, so we can like easily walk to everything?
Or do you want to rotate them 90 degrees
and have them run along? Yeah, because I actually kind of dig that. Like,
I have been in favor of having them run this way, but if you want the walkway, then
it'd be nice to be able to easily access all of our stuff without having to do like walk arounds. And if you want to water the back one, but you got to make sure the hose doesn't go over the first box awkwardly, and then you want to water that side, so you got to bring the hose back this way.
The system is probably going to be a whole other conversation.
I know, but like I'm trying to optimize for the small things that are a little bit further down the road or harder to see.
Well, I mean, we could just have 4 big ass planter boxes in a row with the aisles going this way.
The aisles coming this way? I dig that. We could also do like a horseshoe shaped situation, and you know, just to use this as an example, but we'd put it farther back, where we get planter boxes coming along all the way around here and then back out and over to make like a big square horseshoe. And that way you can be like at the end of it and be in the middle of all the planter boxes.
No, I don't. Because then if you have a hose, you're going to be dragging the hose over these to try to get
you'd be dragging it in the middle, because it would be...
No, but then you're describing an outer one too.
Yeah, you would have 4 feet out and then 8 feet over and then 4 feet back in.
I don't like that.
Okay.
I mean, another option would be to do some kind of like staggering where, like, you know, maybe you have an 8x4 here and then you have another 8x4 like here.
Oh, so they're just like one's behind the other one, but they're also like put off a few feet.
Like they're kind of staircased, staggered. It's probably kind of less efficient that way.
Well, we got a lot of space. I'm not too worried about efficiency. I'm just worried about like making things awkward for ourselves with poor planning.
Yep.
I could happily do an 8-foot box parallel to the fence, maybe 5 feet out from it, like right where the stump is. That seems really easy and doable, and that feels fairly modular. Like we could build that, and then based on that thing, like seeing how it works and how it looks, then we could put in boxes in other places, and we could either stagger them, or we could build a horseshoe out of them, or we could do layers, or we could have things coming off the sides. Like maybe we should just plan one that seems good, and then once it's implemented, take a look at how it would impact the Why don't we grab a tape measure, some string, and some chopsticks, and lay out
Chopsticks?
something to stick in the ground so we can like an example of what an 8x. to illuminate the walls. I mean, we don't need to, but then we would have like a really good visual picture of what an 8x4 planter box looks like.
Okay, well we could just like put stuff on the corners.
We could just put stuff on the corners, yes. I was trying to upscale our endeavor to be a little bit more visual and useful.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, that's what I want. I'm gonna go grab some chopsticks and some string and tape measure.
Okay.
And where'd the cat? Oh, there's the cat. He's so happy. I'm gonna leave you guys right here. I'm gonna leave you guys on the ground while we look at some stuff. Let's see if this is a workable viewpoint. Yeah. Stay there. All right, here. Take 2 chopsticks. Take 2 chopsticks. And take this and we'll get to 8 feet. And then we'll figure out how we want to put it. All right, so this is 8 feet. Do we want to put a corner there, or do we want to line up with the middle of this to line up with the middle of the walkway? I would
say make the corner of this line up with the corner. So
this
that
corner?
if we do, we could potentially have a path that comes all the way
To the corner? Yeah.
Like if this ends up being the center aisle,
Mm-hmm.
you
Okay.
know? But then we have the same question about, are we orienting towards that or towards
No, we'll do it towards this. for
Okay,
sure.
well, but then so if this is like the corner, and that way we have the option of extending it. Now, are we actually parallel to that?
Well, I will get us more parallel, but just put a stake in the ground to give us a general location, and then we can, adjust, flip this way, half flip that way. So, could you hold this end again on my stick? So we are 14 feet from the fence right here.
The geometry is not going to be
Right.
super pleasing.
Okay, and then 4 feet out. It's actually not that big.
Wait, you gotta go back.
Can we go this way? I'm trying to be parallel to the fence, or not to the. It's kind of small. But actually, that's appropriate because then you can sit here. Well, no, that's fine. That's fine. And then, where's your stick over here? Can you throw me your other chopstick?
Oh.
make sure this is 4.
It's probably not.
It's 5?
Yeah.
We're at weird angles to one another.
You came out.
A little bit more? Half inch? Half inch back out? There we go. And then let's do this one again, just to make sure that this is still 8 feet.
Ah. Now, if we were digging that out, we'd probably want to add a couple in.
To get an idea of what our initial zone would look like.
It looks so small.
It's so small.
I don't know if it's so small just because the yard is so huge.
No,
or
but
if
this
it's,
is
like,
tiny.
Really small.
This is small. 4x8 is not a lot of space. That's 30. For a double length, I like the width because from here you can like sit and easily reach into the middle from both sides. You know, if we make it any deeper.
I think the size is probably reasonable for a planter box. I mean, if anything, we could make it 16 feet long and just have one super long one.
I dig that idea, actually.
Could, you know, we could do 4 by 16. You know, and just do, and then we could still then use 4 by 8s.
Yep, yep.
But you know, especially if this is the one that's going to be the furthest back.
Yeah, I think we should just double the length. God, is this really 8 feet? This looks so short.
I also just think it's that the yard is freaking huge.
That's true.
So, like, a reasonably sized planter box is kind of dwarfed by the giant yard that we're in.
Yeah. But if we double this and it comes out to, oh, I don't know, here or something, that now feels like enough room that we can put in pretty much anything we want. Like, we might just need one 4 by 16 for spring. Who knows? Like, this is a good amount of arable soil.
Well, and this is like, let's say we do a 4 by 16 back here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we could do smaller ones running the other direction if we then wanted like one of. This is where we could do the horseshoe shape that you were talking about, but I wouldn't do a horseshoe inside of a horseshoe. I would just do a really long back, and then if we wanted to add one that's going perpendicular, like here, you know, we could do another 4 by 16 that runs this way. And the other thing too is, I know this isn't like quite as fun, but we have all of those really big